Hello everyone, Dan14 Prime here. Today I want to check out with you guys the Transformers Takara Legends LG57. This is the triple changer Octane. We actually get the real name here in the Takara version versus Octone that we saw with Hasbro. Voyager class figure here. Cool little extra with the ghost of Starscream Headmaster. Sort of a nod to the G1 cartoon. Typical pack up with a nice display of the toy. Some cool artwork here, including the ghost version back there. We get the artwork over here this side of the box. And of course, product shots over here on this side. Back of the box here with some nice big product shots of Octane and everything in action, including the ghost mode. Top of the box here with our little Headmaster effect artwork over here. And our two little guys. I'll be interested to see this Starscream one. Looks really cool, like a mini Starscream ghost. Okay, so that's the packaging. Let's pop this guy in the box, check him out. Let's not forget our nice little pamphlet here that Takara does for us. Some nice artwork there. The product shots there in the tech specs. And then if we open it up, we get the comic here. Blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, instructions. And here is Octane out of the box. Sharp looking figure. I mean, they've obviously done the usual Takara thing and given us some paint differentiation here and there to just make the figure a little bit nicer overall. Nothing dramatically different, and we'll see that as we go through the comparison. But they, they clean up some things with the color scheme. They improve some of the accents. They take out the stickers, and go with paint, generally silver trim, where stickers were with Hasbro. You get the little Starscream Ghost Headmaster there, which is a nice G1 nod to that particular cartoon. So there it is. Generally, I'd say this base white, the core colors is the same. And it's just going to be a little bit of difference in the purple and a little bit of just accents and details here and there. So definitely a nice figure, but that doesn't strike me as radically different from Hasbro. But let's bring it in and do the comparisons. Okay, so we get Hasbro in here and we get them side by side. I've got them close, so there's some wing overlap. The big wing difference is basically Hasbro's got a huge sticker, and Takara's is more or less gray with some silver trim on the outside of the wing. We'll see that better in plane mode, but just want to get them shoulder to shoulder as much as we can. Obviously, gray versus red, but also kind of white here, whereas there is blue on Hasbro. The shades of purple are different. It shows up. Hasbro's is darker, lighter over here with Takara. And you can see Takara putting white, back into the forms in some of these areas, just to really keep the purple very specific, whereas Hasbro, it's like the whole molded piece and even goes back behind the wheel there a little bit. Same head sculpt, we'll go in a bit closer, same paint kind of look to it basically, other than the shade of purple. The chest, the big Decepticon logo versus smaller and some purple accents here, and the waist as well, painted differently. The hands, you've got silver hands versus purple over here with Hasbro. And then when you go downstairs, really kind of all white with Hasbro. Whereas Takara, you've got the gray thighs down into the gray shin. And then again, Takara trying to keep everything white where they don't want it otherwise to be something else. Whereas Hasbro, probably some intentional purple accents here, but then also some odder kind of purple things going on here by the wheels and things, which looks more like just plastic that wasn't painted, whereas Takara's painted those finer areas. That's kind of the front overview. We'll go into the modes to really see the rest, but just to kind of get a tease of it, some more windows painted we can see, and truck mode will be better. You can see detailing here in the truck with some silver trim versus white. Again, stickers, whereas kind of like windows painted for the airplane. That'll be cool to see. There's the wing view, probably a bit better with the big sticker for Hasbro versus kind of Decepticon logo and silver trim. So that's just a bit of the teases we'll see. I think when we get them in the different modes, it'll pop a bit more. But again, some nice, very nice kind of paint accent differences. Sorry, just realizing one thing I haven't done for you guys yet is pop the collar for these guys. I think I've had this down quite a bit. So push the little waist there to get all white collar versus purple. So a small difference there. Let's take a look at the head sculpts here. You can see exactly the same Hasbro on the right with the darker purple, but otherwise I'd say same silver and red eye paint. We can compare the little bop modes here, and you can see Takara painting the head, face, and eyes. Like 3 colors going up on the head, whereas Hasbro just left it all purple and unpainted. And then Takara, you've got gray thighs and even accents on the arms. So very nicely done, pretty typical of what we've seen. And let me just grab the little Starscream here, and since he's clear, a little difficult to get contrast, but there he is, all translucent plastic through the legs and arms and head really, with the red body, but you do see some little blue accents in his arms as well. And if we fold him up, that's what we get for the Ghost head sculpt, which is pretty good. I mean, it's definitely Starscream. Everything is just super, super dark. It's like translucent black plastic across the head, and a pretty dark face with the red eyes as well. But that's the little extra we get. And then here that is on the Octane body. And I will say, I mean, the face everything's just so dark, but actually the whole front of the face is really that same dark translucent plastic. So there's no really color differentiation at all with the face. It's just the red eyes. Then he comes with his accessories here. We get a full purple gun. And I believe, I didn't grab the Hasbro ones, but they're the same accessories. I think it was just gray with Hasbro. And then you get the Target Master piece, which I believe was also still black with Hasbro as well. So not much different there. So if we come back to our core body, and let's go ahead and put this guy in a truck mode and do the comparison. We just want to kind of kick out the foot, kick out the shin, fold in the foot, put it back. Just give it a little kick, fold in, put it back. It's tight, just fold in the hand there. Fold in the hand. Twist up top on the shoulder, and you just want to fold these down. Super tight. And actually get the truck folded all the way across as well. So give it a twist around, fold it down, and you're just kind of making the truck half, basically, on each side of his body. Flip down the tail fin, and then that will just go up. And we'll close it up around there. We'll come back to do finishing touches, but that basically just tucks away up there. There you go. Kind of finagle to get that in between. And we come back here off his shins. We'll just kind of raise these up. Raise those up on each side. He's got this hip gimmick, which looks like it was already activated. So I guess when I had him in bot mode, I didn't have it forward all the way. My bad. So push that up and back. Basically levels the truck. And the wings, let's not get ahead of ourselves here, are finagly as all hell. And you just need to fold them up inside of here. Matter of finding the right angle. There's a little peg system in there, so that'll peg on the inside of the leg. And then all this will tab together up top. Oh, and last thing, chest plate is going to come up. Okay, I gotta say I don't enjoy that transformation, trying to sandwich everything in and hide it away. It's tough to not have gaps, but here we have Hasbro on top, Takara on the bottom. Start from the nose back here, you can see purple grill versus silver. You can see the white on the side versus the blue. You get a full silver stack with Takara versus Hasbro's just kind of top and bottom silver trim. Hasbro's got the big sticker going all the way across the side of the tank. Whereas Takara's got a nice silver stripe, though you do get the window effect of the plane in the middle there. That kind of tapers into a purple Decepticon logo tail. Get the silver trim there with Takara. Again, Takara keeping everything white versus kind of the random shots of purple we get. The silver wheels. You can see there, it's kind of tough to see, but the silver window, again, around the side, whereas not painted up there with Hasbro. I think both look, pretty good. Nothing drastically, radically different. Just as usual, some of the finer details with Takara. So if we look at them straight on, you obviously see some of my frustration with trying to get some of these panel lines together and tight all the time. The Hasbro one was not cooperating, but the all-silver grill with Takara, again, purple, but then black trim in the center with Hasbro. Otherwise, generally the same blue, the same window color. And then here back at the figure, you can see Takara tries to tie it together a little better as always, with sort of the white ends there versus the blue. Okay, so now let's put him into his kind of cargo jet mode. If we just break apart the front, and these just get folded and basically parked right like that. Unfortunately, the tail fin here pops out, and you kind of go at like a 45-degree angle to drive it down in. Push in the collar there, which had just popped out randomly. Fold up the chest plate there to kind of create some of the back. That's kind of the back end of the plane, which is not its most flattering point. For the front, you want to kind of open this up, and you might need to get some of those arm sections out of the way. But flip out the nose and give it a spin. Again, inside the leg there is the nose, and just spin it around. Get the wings up and out as well. And these things just rotate all over the freaking place. You just want to get them in the right position. There we goes one. That'll be our other guy. And then you just kind of want to close everything back up here. Okay, I don't know what it is with this guy's paneling. It's just not snug. There are some tabs there just to help you keep the wings down in place. Okay, clean up. Flip these back. And of course, let's not forget to just split the tail fin. Okay, so we'll try to get some side comparison differences here. And you can see, obviously, the stripe, again, the big sticker for Hasbro, which starts at the front and goes all the way back. Whereas for Takara, they start with some nice silver paint there that goes into the silver striping that we had saw on the truck. And again, you get the passenger windows here within that silver, which now makes more sense in the plane mode versus the truck mode. Takara's got some gray down here, whereas Hasbro is white. You know, they both have cockpit windows painted, which is nice. And then you just get kind of the different color accents of the kibble in the back. And then you get a little stripe there on Takara on the tail fin, both gray and white. On a bit of a bird's eye view here of all of that. Again, it's just, you know, a lot of similarities. Takara is just finer details, really. You can see the wing differences with the sticker versus the silver stripe. They're both using the same translucent plastic piece here. So really a lot of similarity. When you look at the back of the figures, Takara there on the left, painting the inside of that chest plate. So you get a nice finish on the back. Nothing really particular on the underside. I'll just point out why you're getting that gray with Takara is it's the shin. You know, the knee shin there that we saw with the gray thigh come into the gray knee. With Takara is giving it that gray on the plane, which actually I'd say in Hasbro version gives it a bit of a better plain finish look. Again, front end view back, very, very comparable. They both have the windows and everything painted on the cockpit, as I said, so very, very similar. So there you have it, guys. Octane versus Octone. Takara versus Hasbro. I think Hasbro did a nice job with this figure. I always thought it was pretty good to begin with. And Takara comes in and just, you know, sort of does the little perfecting little things, most of which make the figure nicer, but didn't work in every case, like the windows for the airplane. Didn't work as well in the truck mode, but generally they are tidying things up. And, you know, they throw in the little G1 nod with the Starscream ghost head. So that's really what you're paying for if you choose to pick up the Takara version. As always, links in the description below if you're interested in picking up either of these figures or any Transformers or collectible figures. Check the links in the description below. Check my Amazon page. Thanks for checking in, and I'll see you next time.